capital than land. What's your view, Mr. Yao?
Okay. Broadly speaking, I've been living through 30 years in enterprise as well as a service provider as well. Broadly speaking, as enterprise, we are in the business of enhancing value through the use of resources. That includes what you mentioned about land, capital, and labor. And to do that, we have to rely on data to be able to effectively use those data to be able to make the right decision to create a value for the enterprise. So in so doing, we use data quite a lot to actually create value for the enterprise and to help us process those data, right? So we would need to rely more and more on technologies as the information is getting explosive and very difficult to process just using human alone. So we use a lot of technologies nowadays with the right methods and as well as processes, right? And with the people to work on those data and analyze with the technology, that will give us the outcome, right? That we need to be able to grow the enterprise value. So that's how data as a mix of with the land, labor, and as well as capital play a major part in the value equation for enterprise.
Do you think data is more valuable than land, labor?
Yeah, so absolutely. I mean, if you look at the traditional ways economists actually looked at companies and valued them, data, if you look at it, is an untangible asset. So, economists actually looked at traditional IT or traditional organizations and valued it accordingly. But if you look at the true asset today, it's not the tangible, but it's really intangible, which is data, which is IP, which is talent, which there's a lot of it in this room. So that's really more of an asset. So if you look at organizations today, you look at organizations like Google, you look at Facebook, you look at Amazon, you look at all of them, and you look at the valuation. You wonder why is it valued so high versus the typical bricks and mortars, the food companies, the manufacturing companies, and the valuation is much higher because to answer that question, Raju, is the so-called intangible asset, which is data. So I would say yes, absolutely. I think data is a key asset, and I think it's definitely more valuable, and that's why the organizations, associated organizations that look at it, they're much more valued than the typical traditional, what we see tangible assets.